It's time. All right, hello. Happy Sunday to all of you. Oh wow, Poppy, you were right here with the chat. How you doing? 9 more shards for Rex till I have the really good Phoenix team. Outstanding. That's awesome to hear. Oh. What's happening right there? What's going on? There we go. Okay. Godzilla, Witch, hello. Wow, you guys are on top of it today. Wow. It's good to see everybody. After a some of that is subjective, Poppy, about who you want to put on the team. Sometimes it's dictated by opponent. Like there's cases where you want Sabine in there but don't want Sabine in there. But typically, you know, Hera, obviously, Rex, Chopper. I mean, maybe also Kanan or sub Kanan for Chopper. Ezra, Sabine. Sometimes it depends on who you're fighting. Like you want you know, Sabine's got the stagger on her grenades and the armor shred. Sometimes you want that. Zeb has a stagger and some stuns. It sometimes depends, but I mean, you're honestly for. Oh, we're starting ads in 3 minutes, folks. Just a heads up. For most of what you'll take on, you'll be fine with like the traditional team of Hera, Kanan, Ezra, Chopper, and Rex. You should be okay for most things. Things where you won't be, like, and even where that might not be the optimal lineup, you'll probably still be okay. It just won't be quite as clean. You know what I'm saying? That's perfectly acceptable. It really is. It really is. Phoenix is what's flexible enough that you don't need to like have one thing, but like say you're taking them up against the Inquisitors. Like you 100% can counter you can 100% counter Reva-led Inquisitors with Phoenix, but you kind of want Sabine in there for that fight. So it's little minor differences like that when you're fighting a certain team that you might want to make a change, but that team right there should do you just fine. Whew. Hey, look at that. And there, yay, rank 39. We'll see how I am today. Hey, not bad. What did we end up getting? 3. Yeah, we only got 3 stars, but hey, these rewards for my account are fantastic. And I can get an achievement unlocked for spending that get. And we got some Mark 1 raid tokens. Sweet. And that's exactly what you should do. And then when you have Thrawn, go for Chimera. Thrawn's a great character on his own. His ship is top 4 in the game. You could make an argument. It's going to depend on what other ships you have to go with it, but you could make an argument that it's top 3 capital ship in the game. So you're on a great path. I love to see it. I love to see it. Okay, so we got some work to do today. Kind of, sort of, not really. It's mostly just like, hey, we gotta hit our arenas. We gotta do that stuff. We just gotta do our dailies, and then we'll head over for Conquest. Hopefully these 3 ships can handle this. Ads are starting in 5 seconds, folks. Just FYI. Nothing I can do about that. Well, I mean, I could snooze them, but then this is gonna be worse later. So we might as well get this first one out of the way. Ads are over in 90 seconds, folks. Well, that was pretty easy. That was pretty easy. Well, Godzilla, that's a question that a lot of folks are asking. Where is the Old Republic? We're getting every other era, and I mean, I think it just has to do, Godzilla, with the fact that there's not other than the Old Republic MMO. They don't really have anything Old Republic going on in like the mainstream, and so the MMO is definitely not mainstream. So I think Disney kind of dictates what they're looking for on this game, because clearly they're like a year behind the TV shows on Disney Plus with when they're putting stuff out, right? Like we're getting Ahsoka content right now, we're getting Andor content. I want the Old Republic really bad, and here's the other thing. History has shown us in this game, when they want to make money, they put out something Old Republic, or from that era. That stuff is insanely popular. Capital Games knows it's insanely popular, but I feel like they have some dictation from Disney that they have to answer to. My guess is when an Old Republic project is announced or starts seeing the light of day, we will start seeing more Old Republic stuff. Because, like, we don't have... Like, we've got most of the cast of KOTOR 1. That's fantastic. You know, there's a few minor characters missing. Some of, like, the Sith Admirals and, like, Darth... what's it? Banyan, I think his name was. Darth Banyan, and, like, maybe some of the random Jedi Masters. You could maybe make a case for having them in the game. But then there's, like, we don't have anybody, hardly, from KOTOR 2, except for the Triumvirate and Visas Mar. And, I mean, that whole cast needs to be in the game at some point. And then, like, don't even get me started on, like, we don't have Satele Shan, we don't have, I can't remember her master's name from the, you know, that epic opening video. To the Old Republic MMO, but I mean, there is a wealth of characters out there that we just don't have. And I think we're gonna hit a point one day where we're gonna get slapped in the face with them. The and they're gonna be able to do a ton. They're gonna be able to do it an absolute just shit ton. They could probably spend 2 years putting out nothing but Old Republic era characters, and it wouldn't be enough. They wouldn't even scratch the surface. I mean, that's the God's honest truth. They would not scratch the surface of what's available to them. I think they're just waiting for a project to be on Disney's radar or to be announced by Disney. And who know, D23 is coming up. We might hear something. They might actually finally say, "Hey, this is in development from blah blah blah. We're going to tell the story of Revan." And then I think when that happens, I think the floodgates will be open. But I think the logical place that they'll start with KOTOR 2. Like, maybe, I think they could probably get away with throwing Satele in the game, just because she's kind of Malgus's counterpart, and kind of natural rival, however you want to put it, I think she definitely could fit into the game right now. But not only Old Republic, like, characters, but we need Old Republic ships. Like, the only faction, there's one Old Republic ship in the game, the Ebonhawk. But, like, get us the Endar Spire, or get us another one of those Old Republic ships to be, like, the ship that goes up against the Leviathan. That's, like, the hard counter to the Leviathan. There's a lot out there. But I would like to see Satele into the game, but I think they'll throw Satele in as a conquest, and then they'll do for, like, a legendary journey, maybe. I would bet they do the Exile from KOTOR 2 and have all those characters be, like, her unlock requirements. That's my guess. That would be a logical thing to do. Because if you could make her a galactic legend, justifiably so, but, like, you would be pulling in a lot of marquees to make the Exile, like, because, I mean, yeah, you could bring in the Revans and the Malguses and stuff like that in theory, but, if you wanted, like, Atten Rand or Bayodur or Brienne the Handmaiden, or, I mean, just any number of other characters, I mean, are you going to make all those characters marquees and just hit people square in the wallet? I mean, they could. They might. But they've been trending a little more player-friendly these past few months, so I would like to hope that would continue. That they're not just out to gouge us for every penny they can. Because, I mean, they already hit us in our pocketbooks pretty hard. But, yeah, I would like to see them... I would like to see them handle that very carefully. Because it could be one of those situations that ends up kind of biting them in the ass if they do it wrong. With, like, hey, here's a GL and you need 6 marquees and there's 2 new ships. Like, if they made it, like, mostly all new things, ooh, the blowback would be rough. At this point in the game, the way the game just kind of flows, I don't think people would have any tolerance for that, frankly. What do I want to... What do I want to do with this stuff right here? Snowtrooper probably should be on my radar because we'll be going to Hoth at some point in this starter guild that I'm in. If only these guys were... If only I had this currency right here. If only I had this currency, I'd start grabbing these guys. Hey, I need money, and I mean, I can only buy one of them. You know what? You bastards. You sons of bitches. I'm literally, if my math, this is harder to earn. This is harder to earn. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 33 short, but yeah, the fleet stuff's harder to earn than that stuff is. Mark III Carabantes. Is there a cheaper Carabanti grab that I can do? No. I know this is the thrilling stuff you tune in for, but this is really when your resources at this point are this limited. This is a massive decision. What do I spend this stuff on? And I mean, I'm close to being able to get. I could get 600k right now, or I could wait another couple of days and get $1 million. And then I should have in guild events. Don't have quite enough, but get some of that. Because I do have an achievement for spending this stuff, so definitely gonna grab a few things. TIE Fighter Pilot, for sure. There it is. And that's 6,000 XP and another level. And some money and some shards. Nice. Yeah, let's buy those. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna sit on the rest of those for now. If like a piece of gear comes along that I really need, I want to be able to snag it. But this is a big day for this. I should now be able to get all of the level 4s unlocked for one of my other achievements that I need in the game, or quests, I guess, not achievement, but quests. Should be able to get that done to get another big batch of rewards. Yeah, nobody wants to see Old Republic stuff more than me, Gozilla. KOTOR 2 might legitimately be my favorite game of all time. Like if you put a gun to my head and said, "Hey, you need to pick," that might be the one I pick, and I'm not even kidding. Those games, both those games meant a lot to me, and I spent several years playing the MMO, and then real life. You learned about KOTOR because of Galaxy Heroes. Oh man, when there was a day when they were, video game wise, they were the only show in town, and then there was. It lasted a while, not incredibly long. It lasted a couple of years, and then it just started dying hardcore. But there was an MMO for Star Wars called Galaxies, and you could go down certain paths, and it was very involved and it was very tough. It was cool, but it was also smack up against like the birth of World of Warcraft and World of Warcraft 1. But yeah, they ended up, they were going to do a third KOTOR game, which they canceled in favor of doing the MMO, and then they kind of finished Revan's story in books, which was a little disappointing, because if you played KOTOR 1 and 2, like 2 especially, they really leave the ending, like there isn't really an ending to KOTOR 2. It just, the game is just kind of over. It's just kind of done. Do I have to play this twice for that achievement to count? I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to play it twice manually. I can't risk that. I don't want to get screwed over by hitting sim and then having to wait a few days. Boba, I need you to be just a little bit stronger here. But yeah, I mean, I think KOTOR and KOTOR 2 combined, especially, they're the greatest Star Wars games ever made. They really set a very high bar for storytelling, and that's what I love most about 2. is, I think his name is Drew Carpesian. He ended up writing some of the books too, but he led the writing team for KOTOR 2, and the way that they dove into the Force and a Jedi and a Sith relationship to it in the dialogue of that game, and how their choices can have broader consequences than they're aware of, and just, I mean, just all of the dialogue in that game was just amazing. I mean, really just deep dive lore kind of shit that I just love. That's the kind of thing that I really, really love. Like, world building wise, they could not have done better in the expansion of overall Star Wars lore. I think, honest to God, KOTOR 2 probably should get more credit than it does, but I think it was also one of those things that's it's a 20-year-old game at this point. You know, a lot of folks that were playing it, like, I was a young man. I was still in my early 20s, mid-20s when that game came out. You know, and a lot of the people that played it were definitely younger than me, and there was obviously probably a group that was older than me as well. But, you know, I think between the prequels were still up and running at that point, you know, we still hadn't gotten Revenge of the Sith yet. You know, that was the dominating thing. And whoa there, Tark boy. Oh wait, I guess I can still sim it, can't I? Because I've restarted it. But dang, homeboy, it was like Control-Alt-Delete your frickin' team. Yeah, probably best that I played those manually. But now I can sim the rest. Okay, that was strength. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure the music player I chose was a rock station, and this sounds insanely country. And I enjoy country, don't get me wrong, but it's not the vibe I'm going for right here. I grew up on country music, but yeah, that is not the vibe. And we'll see if this music even decides to start up. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I can... What do you bring to the table? 21 speed. So 2 allies would be benefiting. What do I need for you? I need 10 more of these to get him purple geared. That's probably worth it at this point. Let's try rolling 8. Let's do it again. There we go. Oh, is that still not going to do it? Okay, let's figure out what we're missing. Those. That's what we're actually missing. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that a son of a gun? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Between fleet and normal energy, maybe we can do it. Oh, yeah, we got it. We got this. We got this. Let's drop it down to like a 5er. There we go. All right, let's get Rexy. Let's get Rexy bumped up a notch. All right. That makes me feel a little bit better about tackling this. Can we do anything with you? No. We need a lot of stuff. We'll worry about that later. I do need to get his gear up, though, so he can be in the leader slot over Tarkin. Like, I don't mind Tarkin being a little faster, or being the leader right now, because everybody's a little bit faster, but in you, I need to get to the fleet battles to start farming scout troopers some more. Alright. Is everybody having a good Sunday? As I'm sure most of you know, yesterday turned into kind of a weird day here in the United States, and I live in Pennsylvania, just a couple hours away from where that happened, and whew, wait a second, hang on, I'm going to retreat real quick to make sure I'm in the right one. Okay, I'm in the right one. I just wanted to be sure. I'm paranoid. Yeah, turned into a weird day. That's for darn sure. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's kind of late over there for you, Gazella. Thanks for stopping in, bud. I appreciate you hanging out. I'll be streaming again tomorrow and every day after that, man. So you'll see me. Easy now, easy now. Okay, at least Rex can patch you up a little bit. I'm greatly looking forward to the day when I can mass sim all of these challenges. But for now, we have to play them, and oh god, we got Savage, who might just straight up one-shot my team if he gets a turn. So we are going to have to really try to get this guy taken out in a big hurry. Rex. Ooh, that'll help. This will help more. Rex, can you get a stun? Yeah, there it is. Alright. There it is. Alright. We got to do it one more time, but we got the 3 stars on this attempt, so that's the big thing. 3 stars, we can sim it, but we'll go ahead and knock this last one out manually just to be sure, and then we'll head up to the fleet and squad arenas, and fleet challenges are important today too because it's got a bunch of the good stuff. Alright, I knew this was, I called this the Sunday chill stream for a reason. It is very chill, and I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. Especially, you know, this isn't, TB's over, you know. I don't have any raid attempts on my main account, you know. GAC, however, we're back in just a couple of days. We'll be back in action with GAC. Alright. Yeah, all right. This is sweet. Good, good. Keeping him locked down. Keeping him on lock. Don't let him get it. Oh, thank God. That AoE can just trash your whole team in one shot. What's meant to be like his insta-kill move in this is like a massive AoE bomb. All right. You learn much, and you still have much to learn. But hey, I got 3,600 XP and a bunch of Slave 1 shards. Woo-wee, baby. Some purple gear. Alright, achievements. What are we looking at? Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. Quests. What do we have for quests? Ooh, we are running out of quests here, people. We are running out of quests. Maybe we'll get another batch at like 75 or something to get that last push to 85, because we are almost there, folks. 74. We are 10 levels away from 85, which is the current max. I'm just gonna go ahead and like do that. That'll fulfill what we have to do for today, and maybe we're gonna get lucky and get like a speed. There's one. Couple of speed arrows with offense is definitely something. Oh, sorry, folks. I'm tired, and we've been in the car all day. You know, it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and I'm just kind of now sitting down, doing nothing for the first time. Had to cut up a bunch of beef and vacuum pack it. Ooh, Tarkin blueprints. So let's. Ooh, yeah. If we can do this, I mean, it looks like we might have to do it manually, but maybe we improved enough stuff to. Maybe we improved enough stuff in the last time we tried this. Okay, ads are starting in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So just a heads up on that, folks. All right, so I hit play on different music, and nothing is playing. It's a little odd. Let's see. Maybe that playlist isn't working today. Maybe this playlist is down for whatever reason. It appears it might be. Oh, there's Sammy. He's having him a good day. He got himself a remote control centipede toy at Target today. And he has been non-stop playing with it since he got home. Hopefully we can get him out because he's a healer. And then I think for Conquest, my gut feeling is let's try to finish Sector 5 today. Just get that wrapped up, and then, you know, how much I stream Conquest might dip a little bit because it's mostly going to be about feats, but I'll definitely stream a little bit of it regardless until I hit Red Crate, and then after that for me it's just about datacrons. So unless you guys want to watch me simming datacron nodes, there's just not much to see there. But luckily GAC is going to slide right in to fill some of that void, and then, you know, we'll have a new raid up and running. We'll have a new raid up and running by the end of next week too, because I mean, ours finishes today. So yeah, we'll have a new one up in very, 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 very soon. Am I a bad person because I just kind of want to like just sim the first level? Because I'm just not like I'm not feeling like grinding out a fleet battle. I know I'm gonna be losing out on some great rewards, but I just am like, off with this. But I mean, literally like cutting my rewards. So big time cutting my rewards. Yeah. Okay. I just kind of have to gut this out. But maybe hang on one second. Maybe I do this first. Oh. Okay. Let's do this again. Maybe instead of going for the healer, I'll go for the other ships instead. And then worry about the healer last. Sorry. I think it's pretty obvious when I'm tired. And I am pretty tired today. Yeah, there are just days when I don't get enough sleep, and yesterday was one of them. Oh, we're on ad break. Because I switched over to try to fix the music and then didn't switch back, but the break is over. The break's now over. Okay. Oh. Now I hear music. Where they just get all the advantages, don't they? Well, he should be dead from the dots, I think. Yep. One star, yeah. Oh, two. I'm allowed to lose one ship and get a star. Okay. Well, maybe I need to bring the ghost out first to start keeping things under stealth, and then bring out. I want his sonic mine. Okay, you know what? We're gonna pivot. We're gonna pivot real quick. We're gonna go and get ourselves the currency to promote him up one more star, which should in theory give him just hopefully enough survivability that this becomes a little bit easier. And the way we're going to do that is by doing something we have to do anyways, and that's Galactic War. Sure, let's go for it. Let's go for it with this team, and if we don't get through it, we'll clean it up with the Empire. You. Actually, we want to kill you. I'm not sure it matters much at this point. Now that we've got the Mass Swarm option unlocked under Captain Rex's kit. So whenever we use a special move, so any one of these, everybody in the team will assist as long as they're not dazed or staggered or whatever. You're one shot, so let's not waste a Mass Swarm on him. Let's, maybe Chop can, no, but we'll do that. There we go. 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 Alright. That should give us the currency we need to level up Slave 1. And hopefully get us to where we can clear that. I mean, gosh, that team also looks beatable, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll come back around to it. If we find ourselves with a minute, I mean, I've been on for 45 minutes already, so yeah. I don't think Conquest will take that long, but simultaneously, you know, we want to make sure we hit the things that we want to hit and get the things done that we want to get done. And yes, in recent days I have chastised myself a little bit for paying not as much attention to Galactic War as maybe I should have, because there are good rewards. If you can somehow manage to get through the whole thing daily, I mean, the rewards are just fantastic. Okay, but he's 6 stars now, so he should be fairly thick, but I will go ahead and bring Ghost out first, then maybe keep one of these 2 guys alive and then follow up with him. But I want his Sonic Mind to start getting ready to go, but he's got that thing where he taunts and he has Retribution, but I mean, he's still going to take quite a pounding in the meantime. So maybe if we get some of the damage, Ahsoka's going to be out there by then. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, Ghost being able to call assists is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm guaranteeing more than likely that TIE Bomber goes down. Yeah, especially I guess when Mesa's ship is critting him for 10k. Is going to take the full brunt, not blunt. Smoke him if you got him, yo. He's going to take the full blunt of it. I said it again. I'm tired. Full brunt of any attacks that go down here. I mean, there's a chance they might go after Bomber here because he's so weak. Yeah, they tend to target the weakest thing, but now he's the weakest thing by far. Yep. Yeah, I need to get Boba's gear up, but hopefully we can still clear this. That was not very well timed. I thought we had it very under control, and now it's looking like anything but under control. He's got a lot of dots. Let's see if we can kill this guy. Oh, nice. Wow. Well, alright, boys. Let's see how it is. Here's the thing. TIE Fighter pulls it off, fantastic. If he doesn't, I'm just going to sim that other one and call it a day. And we got the ultimate again, so... Oh, come on, people. Jeez, how freaking cheap can you be? Cheap, 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 cheap. I'm calling shenanigans. I'm calling shenanigans. But we'll let them get away with it this time. We'll be back. We'll be back before they know it. In fact, I think we'll be back tomorrow. Oh, no, Fleet Battles first. Let's, yeah, we need to keep... We haven't made any progress over here in a while. We got us a Rex, a Plo Koon, and a 5s. Plo, you are going to cause problems if I don't get you out of the picture right frickin' meow. Alright, we, 16 and a half minutes until ads. Just putting it out on the radar. Okay. I remember back in the day when I was first starting out playing this, these fleet nodes were probably the biggest challenge to overcome in the game, starting out wise. You know, obviously there's assault battles and things of that nature that are also difficult, but it was a big deal to finish off the fleet nodes. It really was. And I remember it was even long after I turned 85, I just didn't have the ships to finish off like the last sector, like the last couple of fleet nodes in the last sector. I just could not 3-star them no matter what I did. And then finally I was able to. I can't even remember what triggered me going back to doing it, but it might have been Executor, to be honest with you. Yeah, he ain't living through that, but hopefully this is a 3-star. And then hopefully there's some good stuff in these hard nodes. See, And we didn't even 3-star that, but we've got Sector 3 and we've got Hard Note. So then we got a Geo. Okay. We'll see how hard is. The worst thing he's going to do to me is put ships under stealth, and that just is going to leave somebody out there to be hit. So, yeah, Vader. Oh, I have to say Vader's the big threat, but now we got Biggs taunting, but Vader's burning, taunts off Biggs. That's why I love the bomber. Let that rebel get the taunt up, and then let the bomber get rid of it with his bombs. Oh, okay. All right, that was a lovely 3-star effort. Oh, I'm seeing that Spain has won the Euros. Wow. I know there's going to be some feelings about that. Oh, and look, there's Boba Fett right there to farm. Let's go ahead and just knock this out real quick. Okay. Actually, you know what? No. I'm tired, guys. I apologize. I'm kind of tired and kind of feeling lazy. If I'm being completely honest with everybody, kind of feeling a little lazy. Maybe I should have waited till like after dinner or something to do this. But I'm going to power through. Wait a minute. I think coffee got made out of my kitchen. I can't smell it. But I think there might be coffee in my kitchen. If there's coffee out in my kitchen, I need to go out to my kitchen and get some coffee. But what can I do to keep you guys entertained? What can I put on auto? Let's look at arena table real quick. Okay, still in the top 50, still there. Look at that. That's a pretty mean looking bounty hunter team. No lie. No lie, no joke. That is a pretty mean team. What's up, honey? Oh, thank you. How did you know I was coming for coffee? Oh, my wife overheard me saying I was going to get up and get coffee, and she said, I'll just bring you coffee. She's an absolute angel. Absolute angel of a woman. Hot. Target number 1. Gotta get Rex out of the picture. Alright, mission accomplished. Sabine's kind of the main damage dealer at this point, so we want to get her out. And then assuming Kanan doesn't taunt, we want Haragon, because she'll put her... See, there's the stagger in the days. It makes Zeb pretty dangerous. Okay, Kanan taunted, but that's not unexpected. The dodge was a little unexpected, but maybe it shouldn't have been, given the recent epidemic of dodging. There it is, the Gideon Mass Swarm. That is the move. That is the move. Ooh, we are starting to drift into hyperdrive bundle territory, people. But that's okay. We've got a pretty secure spot sitting right there. And let's see where we can go from here. I think we're also, unfortunately, going to be in... Luckily, there seems to be a lot of guys that just don't care. That is definitely to our benefit. But, I mean, I think a part of that is also... Frankly, I think a lot of these people, even buying the Hyperdrive bundle, they still don't quite understand the importance of Fleet Arena. I think that's kind of where we're at. Once more and more of them start to catch on, start to get hip to it, it's going to be tougher and tougher and tougher. But luckily, I'm also starting to really close the gap on Hyperdrive bundle folks. Yeah, they're still ahead of me. They're still ahead. I mean, and particularly if these are folks who haven't played this before, you know, there could definitely be a pretty big disadvantage. A big knowledge gap between what I know and what they know, that could be hurting them a little bit. So, as long as if I can keep striking hard into the top 50, if I can keep doing that, I'm gonna be a happy camper. I'm gonna be a happy kid. Yep, easy money right there. Easy money. Easy money, especially in a ship situation where there's no healing, you know. Yeah, some of these fleets are just downright scary right here. It's too bad too. I'd love to be able to try to ninja my way. I'd love to be able to ninja my way into the top 25. I think that's where the prizes get even better. No, top 20. Yeah, unfortunately that's kind of, I think that door is shut to me, unfortunately. But, hey, we'll go through the doors we can go through. Okay, what are we looking at for objectives? Yep, here's an achievement. What do we do? 20 crystals. Fleet. Okay, all right. I like it. What do we need to do? So, we good? Oh. Oh. Blue stacks just crashed, people. Blue stacks just pooped the bed. Okay. Hopefully... I need to go... Well, I need to go back in there and finish that stuff regardless, but... hopefully these blue stack days are coming to an end real quick. Real quick. Because I'm already over it. I'm definitely over it. But hey, you know, it's let us play 2 different accounts right now, and that's what matters. If I had a way to get an account on my iPad and get that account over here onto the stream in the fashion that I do here, where I've got one screen that's got all the actual streaming programs running and the chat and all that other stuff, yeah, I would 100 billion trillion % be going that route, but I don't, so I can't. But yeah, BlueStacks is just not a great program. I mean, it gets the job done, but you shouldn't need a supercomputer to you shouldn't need a supercomputer to do this stuff. And it feels like if you don't have all the resources of your computer dedicated, or enough cores or whatever dedicated to this, it's just not, it just doesn't run great. And this is probably gonna blow your balls off or blow your hair back or whatever you want. It might shock you, but as not good as this runs, it still runs 10 times better than Marvel Strike Force does, which bothers me because I would really like to play Marvel Strike Force on here too, but it's just unacceptably bad to me. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. You know, we also didn't even finish these. Jeez. Okay. Well, luckily I think we can sim most, if not all of it. But yeah, we almost shit the bed here, because look at the bounty hunter. This is going to be a decent chunk of money. Yeah. Yeah, we almost completely effed this up. But you know, some things are very, very hard to F up, but just ask anybody who's known me long enough. If I try hard enough, I can F up almost anything. All right, well, we want to farm some characters before we go for the day. We really want to get that star onto Rex, so we can, once this Rex is starred, we will 100% be able to go after Palps and Thrawn and all those guys and get them handled, which will be huge. That'll just absolutely be huge. That'll be a great leap forward for the account, character-wise. And then once we get Thrawn, Palp, R2, Yoda unlocked, we're going to go for Chimera. That'll be our primary focus. And then from there, we'll probably go ahead and start down the CLS path, just because he's just solid. He is such a solid character. And then from there, it'll probably be, let's take a look at a GL that we're going to start focusing on. And I've got some stuff for Leia basically sitting in my lap, so it might be her, but I think it's actually going to be Jabba. I might do Jabba first, and then go to Leia, and then go to Jedi Master Luke, and then we'll see what makes sense from there. Probably C, since I'll be going for Executor alongside of this. And then I'll probably pivot towards like SLKR or something from there, I think. Can we put... Oh, that's right. We can take him to Gear 8. We can also... See, now, here's kind of a big thing here. So, character 84 before we can unlock this. But it's also going to need one other thing before we can unlock it, and that's Zetas. It's going to take 20 individual Zeta material pieces to make one Zeta ability material. So in other words, he's got, how many does he have? 2 or 3, whatever. If it's 3, you need 60. If it's 2, you need 40, blah, blah, blah. So that is coming up. That is coming up rather quickly, actually. I'm kind of shocked. You know, Boba, do I have the money? Do I have the money? It's most of it, but I have it. That's going to make his ship even tougher, even harder to kill. Less so than gear. Actually, even less so than mods. Let's see what we can do for him. You know what? Maybe let's see about doing maybe offense and crit. I'm gonna need money for these. So let's do that. Let's do that. I will need money for those at some point, but for now, I don't have anything really there, but let's put that in. I might have to see if I can go farm up an offense diamond real quick. Yeah, remove it. Remove it. I know I have an offense arrow though. With speed. With speed. Okay. Oh, and we've been in ad breaks. Because I had to switch things again to make sure everything was okay with the stream. It's always something, folks. It's always something. Oh, wait, no, there's an offense one right there. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We already farmed a bunch of these up for Rexy. I'm wondering if we've got 20 more in us. I know I'm spending the crystals. But some things, I mean, if you're not going to spend your crystals on this sort of stuff, then just sit on your crystals for a long time. Because you will eventually you will get great use out of them, but energy refreshes and refreshing nodes are one of the prime uses for your energy. So yeah, crystals are valuable and crystals are hard to get, but you will, at one point or another in your journey, you are going to hit a spot where you've got a predictable and steady income of crystals. Between GAC and your fleet arena spot not fluctuating much and all that other stuff, you will have a crystal income that you can kind of count on, and you can then start budgeting. Oh god, that's literally every credit I have. Let's not do that. That juice is not worth the squeeze. That juice is not worth that squeeze for sure. But you will sooner or later, once you have a solid fleet, once you've got all the other stuff, you will have a dependable crystal income, and you can start budgeting for certain things. Characters with ships, so Boba Fett, Darth Vader, TIE Fighter pilot, Grand Moff Tarkin, Ezra, Kanan, Hera, Chopper, Akbar, Mace Windu, Bosk, Royal Guard, Sabine, Anakin, Snips. Man, no, not him. Cad, Consular, Crew, Zeb. I think she's got a ship. Yep, she's part of the command shuttle. The fact of the matter is that they are more expensive character-wise to do stuff with, but they're also more worth it, because whenever you do something to benefit the character, it also benefits the ship. And that is a very, very important, crucial, critical, key thing to remember. When you're doing something to benefit a character, a pilot, you're benefiting the ship as well. So if you're having problems in fleets, you know, take a look at your ships. Obviously, that's just as good of a spot to start as anywhere else. But also look at the pilot, and everything matters. And when I mean everything, the ultimate power of your ship is going to be affected by several things. First of all, star level of your character, star level of your ship. That's basic. That's character 101 right there. You have a character with a ship, their star level is going to affect everything, first of all. Second is your level of your ship and your pilot. Then it's abilities. Yes, these abilities on your pilot affect your ship. Believe it or not, when you get all these maxed out to the highest capability, your ship will gain more and more power. It'll gain more speed, it'll gain more health, it'll gain all sorts of stuff. Gear level of your character, same thing. Relic level, same thing. Mods. 6-dot mods, so like I've only got 5s. I can only get 5s. You can only get 5-dot mods on a character until they're gear 12. Once they're gear 12, you can start taking 6-dot mods and slapping them on. 6-dot mods add, I think it's one. Is it 1 speed per 2 or 1 speed each? It's one of the two, but so if you have 6-dot mods, your ship will be healthier, your ship will be faster, your ship will be tougher. So there's a whole lot that goes from these into there, and that's why characters that are pilots are typically going to be really good investments. I'm not going to say there's anybody that's a notable exception. You know, you could, let's filter real fast. You could, oh, it'll be up here. It'll be up here. Pilot, I think, or crew member. Crew member? Yeah, crew member. There you go. So this is every single character in the game, locked or unlocked, that has to do with a ship. It's actually a decent chunk of the roster, right? It's a decent chunk of the roster. So some ships don't matter as much. The Shore Trooper is on the TIE Reaper. It's probably on the bottom of the barrel for Empire ships. It was a Bistan and Scarab Rebel Trooper have Bistan's U-Wing. It's a decent ship, probably the bottom barrel of the Rebel ships. You could argue for Wedge Antilles being there, but you know, it's all subjective. You know, young Lando with his robot L3, wherever L3 is. Where is L3? Like Rey's got her own version of the Millennium Falcon. There's 3 versions of the Millennium Falcon in the game, by the way. There's Han's, there's Rey's, and then there's Lando's. From like young Han Solo. There's that Millennium Falcon. But yeah, you will get a lot of return on investment, ship-wise and character-wise, for most pilots. You know, like Akbar is a tough one. He's your starting ship, so you're very likely, or one of your starting ships, so you're very likely to want to pay some attention to him. He's also R3 required for Leia, for GL Leia, I think. Let me double check that. It's Leia or Luke. I can't remember which GL it is, but it's one of the two. R3 required. And some people, you know, who are insanely want to be as competitive as possible will have Akbar up super high. Yeah, R3 for Leia. But he is one of those characters that's pretty easy to start ignoring once better options are coming along. So, like, once you have, like, General Kenobi and the Negotiator, like, once you have a better light side ship than Home 1, he's a very easy character to ignore. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but it's just the fact that it's just the truth. It's just the truth. So he will often find himself lagging behind, and he'll be a character you have to kind of stop what you're doing and get him up and running. But you know, that's the game. That's the game, folks. It's the game. Okay. I think. Oh, we did no light side battles and we did no ship enhancements. Can I even do a ship enhancement? Do I even have enough currency to do a ship enhancement? Yes. I think that counts as a ship enhancement. Good God. I ran myself broke today, didn't I? Alright, and then I didn't do light side battles. Well, poopy. Poopy, poopy, poopy. I'm going to have to spend the crystals. It's just how that shook out, I guess. That's, yeah, that sucks. But it is what it is. And no ghost shards. That's another it is what it is thing. Now let's see. Just something came to mind that I don't think I've ever brought up. So we're on Dark Trooper's node here, right? And you see it's Dark Trooper with a 2 underneath him. Hopefully I have an example that I can show you guys readily at hand. Oh, wait. I'm over on Cantina, maybe I might. I'm looking. He should be... Okay, perfect. So Paz Vizsla. Required for unlocking Bo-Katan Mandalore, the legendary version of Bo-Katan. Okay. You see he's got the 1 under his name, whereas Saw Gerrera has the 2. You're looking at the difference between an accelerated character, which is Saw Gerrera with the 2, and a non-accelerated character. So until this character turns 1 year old, he will not become accelerated. He should be getting accelerated pretty soon, I think. I think it'll be very, very soon. He'll be getting accelerated. So yeah, you get half the return on your investment, and or you say you get double the return on the investment. However you want to look at it. But yeah, there are accelerated and non-accelerated characters, and that's the difference. You might hear that term. Now, here's another term or another thing to kind of clue you in on. Ships are never accelerated. So that means ships, no matter what, no matter how old they are, how long they've been in the game, let's find one I can farm. Oh, we just unlocked Slave 1. This is perfect. We just unlocked his node. Find blueprints. Will always be 1. You'll get a bonus one the first time you kill it, but it's always going to be 1 potential shop for every, so it's 20 energy per attempt, maximum of 5 attempts. So the most, if you're having a really good day in fleets, the most you'll get is 5 a day with no refreshes. I don't know why they don't accelerate ships. I don't have those answers. It's just the way it is. So things like that also kind of need to come into consideration when you're talking about farming. If you've got nothing else to farm, if you've got nothing else going on, and you want the new shiny thing, it's going to be a slower farm by about half. I wanted to bookmark a ship while I was here for farming, so I can figure out what node it's on, because I can unlock this pilot very quick, and I want to get this ship up and running. Hopefully in conjunction with Chimera, because the 2 of these ships together is a pretty deadly combination. Where are you at? You are farmable, right? Yeah, Fleet 3B hard. Oh, we're almost there. Well, that'll be a pet project to head towards, getting that ship farmable. Get started getting those 80 shards to unlock, because even at low stars, that ship is amazing. And that's another thing, like the stars. Yeah, I know the stars make a difference, but sometimes ships, characters, sometimes they can be really, really good even at low stars with the teams they're in. They get enough buffs and boosts from the other characters that they don't need to be maxed out to be effective teammates. It's kind of rare, but it does happen. But I think this is, yeah, this is where we will go ahead and pull the plug on the free stream. We'll hop over and do some Conquest. Hopefully knock out Sector 5 real fast. More or less have a countdown till dinner time is what's going to pull me away. So hopefully we'll get Sector 5 done. If we don't, well, that's just the way it is, guys. But yeah, let's get this transition started. I'm gonna go ahead and we're on game capture already. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and close BlueStacks before it decides to close it for us, and we will fire up the good old EA app and get a move on with main account and some Conquest. I think I did farm some, just because I wasn't going to be able to get around to it. So this morning before we took off for the grocery store. Okay, why aren't you populating yet? Waiting for it to fill in. Should be over in just a second. I don't know why it's taking so damn long. There it is. All right, cool. Yeah, I did. I think I spent my Conquest energy like on a Datacron node or something. Yeah, 80 of 144, but we'll throw crystals at it. We just got TB done, so kind of a little mini payday with TB wrapping up. We got 39 stars. I think it's 1,300 crystals or something. So nice little bonus. Nice little bonus to the week. You know, and in a week where it also coincided with like the Grand Arena season ending and getting the Grand Arena payout, it's been a nice little glut of free-ish crystals coming our way. Which I need to fully devote. A lot of my resources in the coming weeks are going to go to getting the Gungans finished up, R5, ready for Jar Jar, get Jar Jar unlocked, get him up, get him leveled, and then it's nobody's going to get any love until Tano, to Galactic Legend Tano. So all resources will go to her requirements. We did get a droid brain, or no, we got a keypad. But you see, I got a lot of work to do on this side of it to get her. I had the material saved up, but gave the stuff to Queen Amidala for the raid. It's worth it. It's worth it. The three, her and the two Poncho Bros got me 3 million points on their own. So it's kind of hard to poo-poo that, isn't it? Kind of hard to look down our nose at that sort of result. So, all right. You see, we're not doing bad. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a little behind where I normally want to be. Normally, I want to be through Sector 5, but there's been a lot going on this week in the game and outside of the game. So, I just haven't been grinding it as hard. And then I took a day off to just farm the Datacron nodes here. But event feat wise, I mean, we'll get a nice bump. We'll get a nice bump there once we wrap that up, and then this is actually the last global feat I need to worry about, and then it's just sector feats from here on out, and then of course there's 60 cards here. I think I might have completed 1 or 2 nodes. Damn it to hell. This isn't horrible. Like, these are all very doable. I mean, yes, I understand this one might be out of some people's reach, but for me, these are all very doable. Insanely doable, in fact. But I also... Clear squad. Yeah, I put my Ewoks to work on the Bad Batch in Sector 1 the other day. But also... I'm still torn with that guy. Still a little torn about that guy. And the thing that's got me torn is, wait, hang on. I almost made a mistake. He needs to be in the team. What? Open his abilities, please. Still torn on this. Still kind of torn on this. There's a really big part of me that says these sort of things are going to be happening in Conquest going forward for a while. We know we have this one still. We know we've got the next one still. So, I mean, bare minimum, you're looking at 2 more Conquests where these feats are going to be prevalent. Oh, okay. I was like, what is going on here? Okay, you know what? I want to make my life easier. So I'm going to make my life easier. I'm probably going to get a raft of shit from my guild for doing that, but, Rui! We got a kitten. Hi, Sparrow. But you see all those buffs? See all those buffs? We just made... We do that move 10 times in every sector, and we get 10 feats done or we get a feat done in every sector. And he ignored their protection, so he was just like, oh, yeah, sorry, you guys are dead. And everybody's tougher. I mean, it's obnoxious. And I 100% got red crate without doing that the last time. But again, I just want things to be easy. I just want things to be easier. You know. You know what? I can get caustic emissions. I don't even know how that ended up in my kit, to be honest with you. What do I have for 2? Unstable decelerator, savior. That one would not be bad. So savior, like I'm working on this. Both Qui-Gons need to survive. The first time an ally would be to reduce to 1 health, they recover 100% health and protection. So for Qui-Gon, we want both of them to survive. This is actually pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good. It's kind of hard to turn my nose up at it, frankly. Ooh, that's right. We got us a Darth Bane node coming up here. General Veers. Okay, so we need to use Imperial Troopers. Fantastic. Or we need to just have Veers on the team, but I mean, typically he's the leader. Wait. Attempt to inflict evasion down 50 times. 0 of 50. Something's not right here, folks. Something's not right. Must be... Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Blah, 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 blah. Healing immunity... Whenever an ally okay, so here's the thing: the ally has to use the special ability to inflict the negatives. He inflicts the positives. Okay, that was my fault for not understanding, for not reading. Because I had a chance with Quadman, and then I chose to do her AOE. So that was my fault. Well, and this is a team that's just designed to make it so I never get a special move off. Okay, here we go. So now this should put it on everybody. Yep, look at all those debuffs thrown out there. And this will do it again. This will do it again. This will do it again. So yeah, we took out most of the team, but we were still able, everybody doing their special moves was still able to throw those debuffs out there. So again, I'll take this team, or I'll take him at least on a team. He's got to be above 50% stamina, so there's a limit per day with how much you can do. But I mean, that's almost like an easy button. That's almost like an insta win button. Like you just, I can't argue. Okay, maybe it only gets applied to, I don't know, something wacky's happening with that. Something wacky's happening. That should be much higher. That feels bugged to me. And if it's bugged, I'm definitely going to submit a ticket and get my materials back, because I'm pretty sure I'm meeting all the requirements. I'm above 70. I'm above 50%. Yeah, I don't know. But we should be way higher than 8. We should be way higher than 8. The only explanation that's even remotely feasible would be, so like she's gonna do this move right here, and the attempt only counts for him, even though it applies to everybody. So she's gonna go whoop up into the air. Okay. Hang on. I'm pretty sure that's the case, unless that doesn't count as a special move for whatever reason. Okay, it only affects who you're targeting. Interesting. Okay, so it's a cheapskate version of it. It's not even like a good version of it. And even there it got resisted whenever an ally uses a special move. Okay, that time it hit. That time it went through just fine. Weird. This is not incredibly well thought out. This is not thought out well at all. It does not read like that in the description. So that's just a straight up lie. That's just a straight up lie. And you see, we got 4. But yeah, that's just a straight up lie. Because here, come on, let's read it again. Let's read it together. This is story time. Story time with the fat old man. Okay. Blah blah blah. While in Conquest, allies gain blah 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 and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. Cuts the offensive Sith enemies in half. Blah blah blah. 50% chance to take bonus turn whenever an enemy ends their turn. That's great, cool, and awesome. When Obi-Wan starts his bonus turn, allies recover 75% health and gain 75% offense for 2 turns, and enemies are afflicted with buff immunity and healing immunity, which can't be resisted. If he has more than 50% stamina or greater, whenever an ally uses a special ability. Oh, you know, I read it wrong. On target enemy for 2 turns. Okay, never mind. Tired, old, dumb, grumpy. It's fine. It's fine. Boy, he is just taking turns on turns on turns on turns, isn't he? All right, so there's that. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Okay. Hey, honey. Have you checked in with your sister yet?
I sent a message.
Okay. All right. So buff wise, it'll be very fast. Debuffs wise, it's going to be a little slower, but still you're going to get consistent results, and I guess that's probably the important part. Okay. Well, I don't want to use these guys below 50%, so we are just going to go ahead and bust out the Phoenix team, which now, just to be a little cheeky here, it doesn't say you need a full Phoenix squad. It says you need to get kills with Phoenix members, which means, in theory, if you wanted to, you could put him under Princess Leia, and with enough Zealous Ambition discs and his AoE, probably get all those kills really, really fast. And with the bounty hunters, like, this is literally Jabba if you have him. If you don't have him, I understand. And also, if you don't have him, I understand. Like, then you have to kind of old school grind it out with Phoenix. And that's fine. You know, with ZA cards and other data discs, depending on where you're at, you know, if you're normal, whatever. These are all very doable, like, except for the Master Qui-Gon thing and the normal Qui-Gon thing. That's not free-to-play friendly. It's not. That's just, you know, it's just the fact of the matter that is not a free-to-play friendly setup. But the rest of this should be fairly accessible to most people. I apologize. I need to take a look at something real quick while I'm also pondering... how exactly I want to tackle this. I have a very, very stark feeling that these guys are going to get smoked, and smoked hard. But if Rex gets a turn, it could be a different story. I might need to throw another ZA card on if I have it. Yeah, this might take another ZA disc or two, or... Hang on. For science. Let's take a quick detour. Very curious indeed, my friends. Very curious. Okay, sorry, apologies, I'm being vague, but first of all, do I have another Zealous Ambition disc? Oh, you know what? I never confirmed the setting of that Savior card. So that's why nobody was getting saved. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so the Zealous Ambition discs are those. I'm not seeing any more circles. So in the 2-dot range. So it looks like we are as zealous about our ambitions as we can potentially be. But we'll be fine. So for science, we're just going to do this, and in theory, actually, since we like talking about theories here, we like theorizing, we like We could do this because Leia's a rebel. Leia's a rebel tank. Leia will give all these guys stats. Everybody benefits from being under Leia in this team. Now, typically, you're gonna put her with Drogon and R2 and whatnot. But I mean, can you even argue with those results? Is that even up for debate? Look at the damage that they're doing here. It's not up for debate. Like, that's outstanding damage. And we made progress. But, okay, so now... Okay, so we have win with only light side characters, which we could take this team in, and win with General Veers in your squad. Okay. Which one do we want here? This is one of those nodes where, you know, I've been talking about tether techs the whole time, and that's one of the things that determines which one of these scavenger nodes I'm going to select, is if there's a tether tech sitting there or not, which there are none currently. But this battle, just looking at it with the Grim Machinations and the Overprepareds, this is potentially one that you would want to use as an initial tether disc on, with maybe a speed booster because of Bane. Because he will absolutely shred your cooldowns. He will wreck your cooldowns if he gets going, and if your cooldowns get wrecked and these guys get rolling, you're probably done. I think I won. Oh god, both these nodes are kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like seeing... Okay, so here we got some health and protection med packs. There's a Frenzy Tech. There are some cool interactions you can do with Frenzy Tech cards, so those are also worth taking a peek at, but not over a Tether Tech. Now, the one benefit we have in this fight currently right now is Bane does not benefit from the rule of two. Okay, but there goes our cooldowns. Oh, no, they didn't. Our cooldowns did not get wrecked. But Bane did. Okay. Sabine, bringing the heat. She didn't get the kill, and we didn't get 3 stars, but that was some pretty good damage from old Sabine Wren there. Good old Sabine Wren, live action version. And I had wondered why they hadn't updated Ezra, and that's why, because we're getting a new Ezra. Okay, so we want Veers to live. So we can do it one of two ways. You can be like, oh, Veers team, we'll bring Imperial Troopers, cool. Well, or you can just bring all Empire and have him on the team. Bring the Inquisitors, under Lord Vader, everybody's going to be thick, everybody's going to be strong. You can bring Piet to help supercharge your offense, and also you can use Piet to put a mark on Third Sister, so they're forced to attack her, and keep some heat off of Veers. Now, Veers is a good character in his own right. Another thing I want to point out is him and Piet both benefit from Zealous Ambition discs. So he is going to be hitting a lot harder than he normally would be. He's got some very strong potential here to wreck some shop. So here, we can stealth Piet. She's got 2 marks on her now. They more or less have to go after her. He's going to put ability block out. She's going to put healing immunity. His life drain does not work on her. Lord Vader can keep everybody healed to an extent. And then he can drop this, which, I mean, hit pretty freaking good. He can't heal. People died. Piet, call in his. Oh, see, look at that. See, we probably should have been focusing Bane a lot sooner. But we'll give it another go. We'll give it another try here. See what I mean? The life drain, or the whatever his drain is, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but that drain just kind of set us up for failure immediately. And it's what made us fail the last time, too. So, you know, let me check what we have here real quick. Look, we have tether tech on hand. I do not see a speed booster anywhere, but we have an offense booster we'll take, and it'll come with some speed. And then we don't have a health med pack. Now, normally, so Vader takes protection and converts it to max health. So I think this will still do that, but I'm not 100% sure. To avoid wasting a freaking pack, I would much rather it have been a health med pack, but, you know, c'est la vie, what are you going to do? See, now they all got ability block. So nobody can taunt, nobody can do anything but a basic attack. No AoEs, no big bombs, no nothing. See, and instead of risking like a big retaliatory thing from using an AoE on Bane, let's just nuke out Bane. Let's just get it over with. This is immediately started out the fight from a place of control. And there we go. So you notice I don't really use a lot of consumables over the course of a conquest. That's the first time I've fired any up at all, in fact. But there are certain fights that they can and maybe even will make every bit of difference in the world between a clean victory, a dirty victory, or even a defeat. But you want to, you know, it's another one of those situations where, yes, it's going to cost you crystals, it's going to cost you cards. Yeah, you do get some from the battle pass, but I think they're random. Just, you know, you don't just want to throw anything hoping it's going to be sufficient. Like, oh, I'll just put this on, it'll be fine. You sometimes need to be tactical. Sometimes you need to be like, hey, I need to be smart about the abilities I'm grabbing. So, with that done, you know, we're, look, 8 of 10, 18 of 50. And that should be higher. 10 of 35. That first fight where I did the big AoE from Obi-Wan and everything just evaporated, yeah. That ended up costing me some attempts, but we'll get it. We'll get it for sure. It's not going to be a thing. So hey, we'll pivot back to using Leah with Phoenix and just keep making progress. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 battles from Saw Gerrera, where what's required? Win with Bane surviving, win without using any Jedi, Sith, or unaligned Force users in your squad. So this used to be not great, because it would immediately rule out Galactic Legends. And then we got Java. And then we got Leia. And now we have 2 Galactic Legends with great teams who are none of these things and whose teams require none of these things. Which means we now have a Galactic Legends that are capable of being thrown at these nodes with this feat on there. It's very, 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 very doable. And considering we need to get kills with Phoenix, we need to get kills with bounty hunters, it's even better. So this is why we're going to continue with the Phoenix under Leia for the time being, and I think we're going to probably end up throwing Jabba at that fight. But I also remember that fight being kind of oogly. Some of the power is coming just from the fact that it's Conquest. It's hard. It's hard mode. It's got over-prepared and all sorts of other stuff. Some of that stuff is going to be coming from that for sure. You know what? Because I think she should benefit from ZA discs, so she probably be a decent choice. Oh, good. Tech didn't throw his grenade. Seeing everybody's got days on them. But as it turns out, it didn't really matter. Oh, she's going to get this kill. Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, no, she didn't. She did. Perfect. Perfect. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Would recommend. Why did I decide to go that route? What card was I after? I was so in teaching and discussion mode that I forgot. But at this point, not saying it's not going to happen or it can't happen when you end up in the final sector and there's like, there's a data card I'm looking for to kind of complete my build or whatever. If you're here and your build isn't complete, you might be in trouble. Why didn't she get saved? Did I forget to confirm it again? I'm going to have to check. But we should be seeing a savior thing popping up. It's okay. Cleaning up nodes is part of the territory. It comes with the deal. And as you can see, we're almost done with the Phoenix thing, and we'll start in on the bounty hunters. But first of all, I didn't frickin'... Oh my god. How at the moon frickin' stupid am I? Confirm. Thank you. Part of me wants to try to clean it up right now, but the other part of me is just like, screw it, and just let's just move on. But a pretty big part of me wants to clean it right up. Also, since, again, I'm kind of set on my data discs, I think just for the sake of like, hey, let's just make this a wee bit easier on us, we're just going to go this route. And we'll just pivot to blue nodes for the last part, because we're low on stamina. I don't want to shelf them. What happened there? What happened there? No damage? No damage done? It was a little unusual, I think. A little weird, but it's okay. We're rolling now. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna hold me back. Oh no. Who knows? That was weird. That felt buggy, glitchy, however you want to word it. That felt unusual. His AoE just didn't seem to do anything to anybody. Felt off. And there was a visual tick. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. There was a visual tick on the screen when he did his attack, like it just glitched. I think this will probably, they're getting a little low. They're getting a little low here on stamina, and this is why I hate the stamina thing. I get it. It's a way that they're trying to monetize. I understand. All that said, when you're trying to focus on certain feats, you know, yeah, you can run a team to the ground, but in Sector 5 of hard mode, you can't really run a team to the ground. Because, I mean, you just see how not great they are right now. Because they are 100% not great. Another advantage of putting this group of folks under Leia is, well, she does have the option, the ability to revive if, you know, if she gets her ultimate. So she can bring everybody back and salvage your stars. But also you get to ignore taunt. And you get to ignore things like the mark that Grievous puts out when he's under 100% health. He can almost force you to attack whoever. But yeah, when your characters, I mean, 50% health, just take every single stat they have and cut it in half. And then come into nodes where everybody's relic 8, full zetas, all their abilities, and they have overprepared. So all their stuff is increased by 60%. And they have their own modifier. No bueno. It's just no good. It's just no good at all. So yeah. They're kind of down and out. So we will just go ahead and switch to Hut Cartel. Because we need to get kills with bounty hunters. And look, he's a bounty hunter. And Chrysanthemum. Hey, he's a bounty hunter too. What about her? Oh, bounty hunter. Okay. What about him? Not a bounty hunter. So he doesn't get to come along. We know he is. And we know Embo is. So there we go. We got a team of 5 bounty hunters. So whoever gets the kill, count it. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 battles, and I have exactly 7 battles worth of energy left. This will probably necessitate, you know, let's see if we get there. Let's see if we get. I'm not going to do another refresh for now because I'm, you know, realize it's. I'm going to run into the same stamina issue. I could use health packs, of course. I could bring them back up to full strength. You guys do not want to kill Rex. You want to kill him. Because of the sacrifice. And we're probably going to trigger it anyways. And we did. We triggered it anyways, so they just got all of 5 stats. Well, Cody didn't, but Ark and Echo did. And Rex did, but he died, so it's not as big of a deal. Yeah, I might just come back later tonight or early tomorrow. I want to get a few more datacrons up and running from the new set before lock in for GAC hits. Just because, hey, I want as many of the new toys as I can possibly have. And I think that's understandable. I think everybody feels that way. or at least I hope everybody feels that way. You want to go into the fight as ready as possible. Um, and it's 3v3, and things are always weird at the start of a new Datacron cycle in GAC. So, what are we looking at for supper, babe?
This is just looking, so really anytime.
Okay.
You just tell me and I'll get them started cooking.
Oh, look, there's another ZA card. I'll take it. I'll snag it. It'll help for farming. I am now kind of cranky. I'm kind of cranky now. Sorry, folks. Yeah. We needed everybody in my guild in Galaxy or in. Oh look, and we're fighting clones again. We needed everybody in my guild to step up for something in Marvel Strike Force, and not everybody stepped up. So we ended up losing out on some pretty major rewards because a couple of people didn't feel like doing their part. It's unfortunate, but I mean, I'm also put it out on Front Street. I'm not exactly in like. I'm not in the most competitive guild. I'm in a great guild. Like we do very well, but we don't coordinate with Discord or anything like that. We don't really communicate. We do okay. But yeah, we're just not quite. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I guess it might have been an unrealistic expectation, but I would hope as they're going in and collecting the rewards, because they do milestones in Marvel Strike Force. If you're not aware, as you complete a milestone, you unlock. There's just a list of rewards, and you get a certain amount of points. You get those rewards, and then the next amount, and so on and so forth. I was just really hoping that they would see what everybody else was putting up and decide to follow along, and they didn't, and that's I guess it's nobody's fault. It doesn't make it suck any less, because yeah, it would have helped one of my biggest issues right now, and that is I don't have enough materials to train my characters. I'm day to day on those things. When I get more, I get them and I use them, and then I have to wait to get more, which can take who knows how long. It's not the equivalent of like, what would the equivalent of it be for Galaxy Heroes? It would be like somebody not doing their territory battle stuff, kinda. It's free points for doing something that you should be doing anyways, and then you're choosing not to do it, and you're hurting everybody else, even though everybody else is doing their part. That is the closest example I have for that situation. It's the closest approximation I can come up with. Is not everybody's doing their part in territory battle. Like and maybe not even to that extent, but like they didn't platoon. They didn't notice that they needed to. Ooh, no, I'm not gonna have enough energy. Shoot. Yeah, so I guess we'll get to here and then we'll just call it. Dinner is rapidly approaching, so Jabba's getting sleepy. I'm getting sleepy. My dog is sleepy. I know this because he's staring at me. It'd be like missing a platoon in territory battle. Like you didn't put a character down, you did all your stuff, and then you deployed it to a different planet. So you couldn't put it in that platoon, and everybody else already did their part, so nobody else can cover it. It's kind of the situation. It's not as grievous as saying, "Oh, they're just not participating at all." That would not be fair. That's not a fair comparison. But it does not ease the sting of losing out on those rewards. Not completely, anyways. But as you've heard me say before, and you'll hear me say again, it is what it is. It is what if I wanted those rewards to more be on my menu, I should probably make sure I'm in a. Probably should put myself in a situation where, we're actually pulling the same rope in a coordinated fashion, because it's kind of the guild I'm in. Like I said, we do okay, but it's also kind of the Wild West. Everybody just kind of does their own thing. But we usually, even with minimum communication, we usually do okay. Boy, what is happening right now? How many attacks in a row is he going to miss? Or total, I guess? That was a lot. Cannot tell me that there is not something wrong with dodging right now. You will not convince me of that. Okay. Well, so the Inquisitors smoked him. I mean, they've got a good shot here, but I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there all around. One more battle with Phoenix, we'll be done. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say we've done all we can get done today, and I think that's fair. Let's take a look at where we're landing for the raid. We have 47 minutes and 184. I'm 7th in the guild, which, out of 50 is pretty good. And it's not going to take a whole lot of pushing from folks to bump us up. So yeah. So this gets us a decent amount of stuff. Definitely take it. Be using this on R9 and R9 materials. I want to get Ahsoka done, and then picking up gear for the Gungans. That's the plan. But sorry if I was a little low energy today, folks. I do apologize for it. I apologize profusely. But yeah, I am a little low energy today. I admit. I'm kind of tired. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. I apologize. We also have a commandment. Commandment from the overlords. Every Sunday, they want us to do our squad or squad arena fights to the fullest. Because that's the guild points for the day. That's the guild points, is squad arena. Man, he is not great on his own, let me tell you. Who do we want you to kill? You know what? kill him. So you're not getting... So yeah, we'll end the stream on this. I haven't had an end. I'm only doing this fight because I haven't actually had to fight a Kylo Ren in a while. It was kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Everybody's rocking the Padme crown, you know? Come on, bro. Take your turn. So, as we're finishing off this poor, hapless Special Forces TIE Fighter pilot, thank you for joining me, folks. We'll be back tomorrow for more Conquest. New Galactic Challenge featuring Gungans, so who knows what kind of shenanigans and tomfoolery we're going to have to deal with and sort out with that. Especially if you don't have Jar Jar, Red Crate is off the menu. But we'll check that out tomorrow. We will check out everything else that comes to light. I suspect we might be hearing more. We might be getting the next GL requirements for Ahsoka, or at least the kit reveal for the new Marquee or something tomorrow. I think we're going to have some stuff coming this week, and then of course the kickoff for everybody's favorite Grand Arena 3v3 for the next 3 weeks. Somehow 3v3 has returned, folks. It has returned. But we'll get through it together. Everything's better together. Everything. Trust me. Everything's better together. We'll pull the chain together. We'll pull the rope together, and we'll get there. We'll get there just fine. But until tomorrow, folks, and until then, my son's being a contrarian. We'll have to go sort that out for sure. Oh, wait, he's back. His contrarian streak lasted about 12 seconds. But I will be back full of energy and vigor and vim and everything else I need to be full of tomorrow morning, or whenever I get on. I don't know if it's going to be in the morning. But whenever... no, it's not going to be in the morning. I have to take the dog to the vet. He has to get shots. So they can babysit him while we're on our little vacation at the beginning of August. Sorry, my cat just did like a Spider-Man leap and climb up my couch, which normally isn't great, but we need to replace this couch, which will be happening, I think, sooner rather than later, because we saw one we kind of liked today. Anyways, you don't need to know that, and if you care, I appreciate it, but you don't need to. I don't need to babble about that sort of stuff to you guys. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. I will see you tomorrow for sure. Hopefully we'll have a higher energy raid. Did that do it? Did that work? Did I reset myself? We'll find out. Higher energy day. We'll do a preview of the territory war. I think we'll see what our matchup is going to look like, and then I, of course, will ask my guild leader if he'll consent to letting me stream some of it. It's going to depend on how tough the matchup is. If he's worried about possible counters and defenses leaking out to the other side, he will say no, but that's fine. That's going to happen. If I can find a way to show fights without revealing any of that stuff, like if we're using commonly known counters, then hey, Sam, don't do that. Leave Pippi alone. I gotta go, folks. The kid's out of control. Everybody's out of control. I have to be like Warren G and Snoop Dogg and go regulate. So anyways, guys, until tomorrow, have a good day. Have a good night. Good luck with all your endeavors. Good God in heaven, this kid. He's the most fun ever, but good God, sometimes the fun's too much.